On this episode of Leak, it is day 2 for the Toy Fair in New York City, and we're going to talk about the vintage reveals, the action figures, the play sets, the Skiff, also the 20th anniversary of the Phantom Menace. They have some amazing looking card backs in 6-inch form, plus they showed all those retro Kenner figures that we had talked about in the last episode. They're on display, including one more. Ooh, all this and more coming up. Welcome to Usualmike Television's Toy Showcase channel. Welcome back, guys. Oh, it's been busy. It's been very, very busy. What happens when I make these episodes, I take a few images off the internet usually, and I put them in a video and tell you all about it. But when you're bombarded with so much, I want to thank, there's a bunch of people who've been sending me stuff, and a whole lot more here that have helped me out in getting these images into this video. Let's get started with the first thing I want to say is the yak face that comes with the barge. Now, today we found out he comes with a little cup. And there's nothing in the cup, but it's blue milk. Anyway, to be a completist, the card back is different from the one from Wave 4 of 2019. Everyone's going to want that now. That is, to be a completist, you must get that one that comes with the cup. It's kind of the Malibu Stacy with the hat thing, but completists are completists, and that is the figure to get. I'm keen. I'd love to have that. If someone buys a barge and wants to sell me the yak face on card, on the card back, don't take him out of the packet, leave it on the packet, I'll be very happy to take that one off your hands. Let's move into the stuff that they did reveal that is awesome. There is a vintage collection 3-pack. A 3-pack. There was no box image, but there's the image of the guys there. They are as follows. Sergeant Doylan, Vizam, and for the first time, Vidane. I think that's how you pronounce his name. These Skiff guards, they are primarily to go with the Skiff that is coming as well. They're all 3.75-inch figures. They are exclusive to Entertainment Earth, going for $39.99, and to turn up somewhere around July, middle of the year. Looks pretty cool. If you're a really big fan of Return of the Jedi, this is amazing. This sort of stuff hasn't been around for years. Now, speaking of the Skiff as well, chuck that picture up there. This looks pretty awesome. Apparently, it's got the environmental base, and then it's got those little clear legs that hold it up off the ground, so you can tilt the base, or the whole Skiff itself, onto the side. There's a railing there. You can change it out with a broken railing. There's little compartments underneath for weapons. Very, very cool. This also, I believe, is $39.95, and it is a Walmart exclusive. Apparently you can pre-order this also on Hasbro Pulse. Excellent. So those two sort of one and the same. They're sort of like, oh, the Skiff and the Skiff Guard 3-pack. I would have liked to have seen what the 3-pack looks like. I'm guessing it's going to look much like that Dr. Aphra pack and the, I think it's BT1 and 000, that sort of little special pack that they have. That's what the guards will come in. Very cool. Moving on to some images now of the new, well, they're not really revealed, they're just new packaging. We haven't seen the packaging for any of these yet. First one I want to show you is Han Solo Stormtrooper Vintage Collection card back Glam Shot. Now there's the fancy Glam Shot. He also appeared at the Toy Fair on the little display table as well. Fantastic. Next up is Lando Calrissian's Skiff Guard version. And you can see with the helmet, it's got the separate bubble. This is going to be a Walmart exclusive. I think I've got the glam image as well. The Imperial Stormtrooper from Rogue One. There's a nice image there of that one. They've picked the red, which contrasts nicely with the white. And Lando Calrissian, the young Solo version. He has the coolest image of them all. There he is playing Sabacc. The one that they showed at Toy Fair without the card back is Luke Skywalker crate. Doesn't have a card back because they're probably still deciding what it should look like. Fantastic. Some of them, I was saying in my predictions video, I want to see those things, and yes, there they are. We've seen some images of them. Most of those characters will be available later on down the track for Wave 5 and Wave 6 for 2019. Moving on to the playset. Now this is very cool. This is kind of like a little diorama sort of playset. It is Jabba's Palace Adventure Set. Fantastic. Now, in one regard, you say, oh, it's a playset. That's cool. I've got figures. I can do a little display and all that. This comes with 2 vintage carded figures. One is Han Solo in carbonite, and the other is reuse. Absolutely fantastic. If I buy it, of course those figures are not going to be opened up. They're going to stay on their card back. The little set does have a couple of heads on there. I think one's a Tauntaun and one is another beast. I can't quite remember. There is also a place at the back you can put Han Solo's carbonite thing. You can move it up and down with a magnet. All that sort of playability. Very cool. And if we get out there and buy this thing, Hasbro is also going to probably extend this and go, there's another piece and another piece. And it all goes together nicely and you'll get a great big diorama eventually, starting from one little piece of Jabba's palace. Very cool. Moving on to Black Series. The Black Series, what have we got? Oh yes, we finally have an image of Obi Wan Kenobi Episode 1. And the reason it was a Black Series figure, it was held back. And I always kept saying, Wave 21's coming, and Obi Wan Kenobi's in it, but we haven't got an image of him. Now we do, and we know why he was held back. Because this figure here of Obi Wan Kenobi, you can see on screen, is also going to be packed in a 20th anniversary The Phantom Menace packaging. The card back on this looks glamorous and amazing, iridescent, fancy, schmancy, you name it. When I first saw it, I go, oh, 3.75. No, that's a 6-inch figure you can see on that card. 6-inch figure on that beautiful big red card. And this is going to be exact same figure put into the red and black box for the Black Series. Fantastic. Now we know why we never got a look at it. And the likeness to Ewan McGregor is fantastic. It is, what they've said on the box is Obi Wan Kenobi Padawan. Also in that 20th anniversary collection of the Phantom Menace, there is Darth Maul. Now this Darth Maul is also the same Darth Maul you will find in the Archive line Series 2. And that is another one of those that we never got to have a look at until now, and we know why, because they're using the same figure on the same card back. The fancy card back of Darth Maul you see there and the Obi-Wan Kenobi one is going to be available at Star Wars Celebration. So this is why you don't open your cards up, kids. I mean, I know a lot of you do, but the reason being, if you have a Black Series version of Obi-Wan Kenobi and it's like, I paid 20 bucks for this, then you have the same figure on a different card back with the blister bubble and the fancy holographic looking card back. That's going to be worth so much more, but it's exactly the same figure. The packaging makes it rare. Believe it or not, yeah, the plastic figure itself, no. You can always open it up and tell people, yeah, I got that out of that celebration packaging, but you might have just bought the Black Series one. So it's the packaging that makes it rare. There you go, kids. In my opinion, I don't think we will be able to get the Star Wars Celebration card backs. It was impossible to get the Luke Skywalker one in the 40th anniversary, so I don't think that's going to be easy to get. It may float around on the internet for hundreds of dollars, but I'm probably gonna have to miss out. Anyway, let's talk about the barge. They talked about it in a little interview later on. There was Patrick Snyder in his 3-piece dinner suit with his new rookie friend who's Star Wars. They mentioned their boss and they're like, this is great. I thought Patrick would take over from Steve Evans. Never mind. Anyway, I'm losing my train of thought. They talked about the barge being shipped March the 4th for you guys in the US and Canada. Whoop, straight to you. But now it's going to be available in the UK, parts of Europe, mostly western parts of Europe. I doubt it'll be in eastern parts of Europe, and Australia. Ta-da! And it will be available through a unique eBay URL. And they said that's our partner we're working with. I'm like, eBay? eBay? What? The thing about eBay, you know the Buy It Now tab? They go, we're going to list this. Boop. And it'll say, buy it now. It'll be boop, 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 gone instantly. And we were like, oh, we tried to get there and it says, link not there. That's what'll happen. It'll sell out so damn fast. That's just in my opinion. They said there's less than 8,000 units made. 8,000 and a half or so are going just to the US. That leaves a tiny little smattering for the rest of the world. Yeah, remember that meme? Well, good luck to you guys who really want to get this barge. I know some of you are absolutely pining for it. I hope to good God you get it. Yeah, just Godspeed to all of you who want that barge. I just want the yak base. Let's talk a little bit about Hyperreal. Now, they had on display, they were so happy to show it off, the Hyperreal Vader. The Vader stands about 9 inches tall. The whole line is going to be around about 8 inches tall. That's the scale they're going with. It has an exoskeleton inside. It's all movable parts. The outside is all rubbery and all that. And apparently they've made it so it doesn't rot or break or anything. It's Vader. It looks like every other Vader. It looks like Vader. It's nothing different, special. $80 and they had it there. And it's like, I don't know if I'm really chuffed about this. Some people, you may see that and think that is the best damn action figure I've ever seen in my life. I want to collect that line. It may get you into the line by collecting the new Hyperreal line. It may be big and take off and there could be 1,000 figures made over the next few decades. But first up, I'm just like, it looks like Vader. It's no different. Why don't I just buy a 6-inch Vader? I've already got a 6-inch Black Series Vader. Impressed me with a human character. Having one with a helmet is just, I'm not sold on this. You may be, but from what I've seen so far, no, I'm not sold on it, and it's going to be a tough ask to get me to buy in to your Hyperreal, Hasbro. Anyway, shown you some images, talked about it a bit. Let's move on. This is what's cool. Retro. The Kenner retro figures. This is what I am being like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing in the history of our sport. I have waited 41 years for these and I'm not even that old. This is amazing. I'm keen to see these in hand. They are molded around the exact same. They've scanned some old figures and made exactly what you're going to get. You will get Han Solo. You will get Luke Skywalker. You will get Princess Leia, a Stormtrooper, Vader, and Chewbacca. These figures were all shown at the toy fair. I showed the digital images the other day, and these new ones, oh my God, I'm so impressed. I'm happy. I want them so bad. Apparently they're going to be available at Target for $10 each, which translates into this country at about $12 each. And if they turn up here, which I doubt very much so, if they turn up in this country, it will be October 4th for that Triple Force Friday that's going to happen. And I'm not waiting that long when you guys right now have them practically on pre-order in the US. They're supposed to come out in May, but I'm sure some will leak out a little fraction early. Looking forward to seeing them. I can't wait to get my hands on that Han Solo. That Han Solo with the big head was the one I had. It's my first ever Star Wars action figure as a kid. Want it so very, very, very badly. The real one, obviously, I'm not going to ever get again because it's $1,250 on the secondary market. Not going to happen. I'll take this one. The controversial part about these is two things. One, everyone said, get rid of the big red sticker off it. And then Hasbro said, it's printed on. Printed on? That's... yeah, it's a big, giant, oh my God, awful retro sticker. They could have made it just a smidge smaller, you know, put it off to the side. I don't know, but it's just a gigantic, big... I don't know what they were thinking. The outside looking a bit rough around the packaging. That's a cool thing. And also, the weapons, which are very rare to be with these figures, maybe taken out of the new ones and put with the old ones so it looks complete and people will pay a higher price. Also, the cape on Vader, that if it's transferred over to the old school one and they go, oh, look how minty fresh that is, it almost looks real. The vinyl cape, if they do a Jawa later on and do the same thing, vinyl cape Jawas sell for an absolute fortune. We'll see how these go, but I'm loving them at the moment. They have date stamps on the feet, but the weapons and the capes, no, they don't. It can be anything. Last but not least, God, this is a long video. We have Tarkin. Yes. Old man Tarkin. Look at that image there. The only way to get this Tarkin is if you buy a board game called Escape from the Death Star. Game. I've seen this game in secondhand shops and I'm like, oh, that's a really old game. And I've passed on it. Looking at it, just like, nope. Because board games, bored, very bored. I'm not playing it anymore, bored, that kind of bored. Don't want the game, just want the figure. I just want the figure. This figure was never released back in 1978 when the others were. This is what it would have looked like if they released it. Maybe back in the day, they said no one's going to buy old man Peter Cushion's action figure. I mean, I would have, but yeah, maybe that's why they didn't make him. Maybe Peter said, no, don't make my figure. I don't know the reasons behind it. He's available now. Well, not available now, later on, if you buy this board game. And that's what really irks people. They're going to be like, well, I want this. You'll see a lot of those board games go up on eBay without the figure. That is correct. Hasbro, don't do this. Don't pack in your crap. Sell the board game separate. See how that goes. Don't do it with Tarkin. He's always fumbled. That character is always contentious with everything you do with him. It's like, oh, get it right. You short pack him. You do things that people don't like with him. You don't make him. You do make him, and you do this with a board game. Just stop doing it. Stop. Anyway, that has been one of the long episodes today. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining me. I thank all of you for tuning in. I'm punching these videos out faster than possible. I'll try and get another one out tomorrow. It's been a big, busy day for me. I've got lots of notes. Look at this. Lots of notes. Oh, nothing on that side. That'll be filled out tomorrow. Thank you so much. Here's a picture of my merch if you'd like to support me. These are available in my Redbubble store. Hit, tap, slap. There is my leak shirt, which is the episode you're watching right now, and also Usualmike television t-shirts. Along with this kind of product, there is cups, bags, all sorts of things with my logos on it. Consider buying from my Redbubble store. It helps out the channel, so thank you very much. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter, I'm at Usualmike30, or on Instagram at Usualmike television. If you haven't done so already, hit subscribe. The little bell for notifications. Slap a like on this video if you've enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. All the best.